I fired my boss because I only have one boss. If I can do what I do now, you can do it too. It's just a matter of believing in yourself, knowing who's in charge, and just... What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit those post notification buttons so that you can be notified every time I post another video. So today's video is going to be very interesting. This video is about why I decided to fire my boss and promote myself. You guys will be able to get to know me a little bit better. This video is long due because you guys have been seeing me posting all this stuff about all my different businesses, all my ventures, and you guys don't know why I started. Like I've said in my previous videos, if you don't know a person's why, then you don't know their motives. My why is very simple. My family, my friends, I want to create a legacy, and I really just want to impact the world. So make sure you stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to be giving you guys 3 things that you can do to get started to firing your own boss. So let's jump straight to it. So somebody asked me here, when did you know you wanted to become an entrepreneur? And no lie, you guys, I clearly remember this school project that I had to do. In first grade, yeah, I have a really good memory. In first grade, I remember my teacher giving us a project. Draw a cross, and in each column, draw what you want to be when you grow up. So I drew a teacher, you know, an apple in a desk. I drew a king, me in a throne. I drew a soldier, me with a gun, and I drew an entrepreneur. And yes, I knew what an entrepreneur was at that age because my mom was very big into finances. She worked for a bank and she always threw around this word entrepreneur. When I was little, my mom would read books like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. She would read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. She would really encourage me to read it, but come on guys, I was in first grade. I ain't trying to read none of those books. But I remember when I did this project, I knew the word entrepreneur, so I just drew big buildings like in New York because, you know, I simply thought, oh, entrepreneur, businesses, big buildings, right? In first grade, that was the first time that I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. As you grow older, you want to be a firefighter, you want to be a teacher, you want to be this, you want to be that. Things change, right? But the thing that I realized in my life, it was a common theme. I wanted to help people. I wanted to be a firefighter because I wanted to help them get out of their tragedy of the fire and extract them into a safe haven. I wanted to be a teacher because I wanted to teach people something that they didn't know and then educate them. Then I wanted to be a soldier because I wanted to protect people. I wanted to help people get out of their oppression. Fast forward all the way to when I was 11 years old. I went through major changes in my life at 11 years old. I really discovered a little bit more about life, philosophy. Yes, at 11 years old, I was this passionate at 11 years old, guys. So I came to a place in my life where things shifted at 11 or 12 years old, and I decided to start my own landscaping company at 12 years old. I remember it was called Ruben's Cut. My middle name's Ruben. I would cut people's yards for $25. I ended up hiring my 2 friends, and they were my first employees. It was super awesome. Guys, I made almost $300 a day at 11 years old. Well, I mean,
not every day because, you know, at 11 years old, I didn't really know the discipline. But hey, I started my own business at 11 years old.
Obviously, that didn't last long because I didn't know about scaling. I didn't know about how to take care of my employees. Died out. So I continued on with my teenage life, you know, had a downward spiral, upward spiral, until I was about, I think 19 or 20 years old. I started a detailing business. I started this detailing business because I wanted to save up money to get my girlfriend at the time, which is my wife now, a ring. So I decided, hey, why not do detailing? I ended up making $300 a day, guys. So that was super awesome. If I would have really stuck to it and really wanted to do that, I probably could have done that detailing business with my friend Kelito. But just like you guys know, there wasn't a concrete why. I knew that I had this potential to be able to talk to people, help them out, get them from point A to point B, but there wasn't a concrete why in my heart. Like there wasn't something that was holding me and saying, hey, this is what you're gonna do. So I ended up graduating high school when I was 16 years old. I didn't do that because I was smart. I knew how the education system worked. They wanted me to get into all these different classes in my senior year, and I simply was like, look, I really don't care about my senior year. I don't care about the prom. I have big goals and ambitions. So I ended up finishing my senior year in summer and going straight into a college internship program where I learned how to develop my character, faith, and leadership. It was a practical internship where I actually had hands-on experience about leadership. It was a great experience. I learned a lot of great things. I got to see some great speakers like John Maxwell, John Piper, Christine Kane, all these heavy hitters. Anyways, fast forward, guys, we're fast forwarding a lot, I know, because I want to get into the meat and bones. So the internship came to an end and I jumped straight into military contracting, right? So I was an independent contractor with the military, learning different strategies. I was working with different units like special forces, special operations, which falls in the same umbrella. But I was able to work with these units and learn the different strategies of how they go to wherever they're sent off, how they complete their mission, different strategies, how they go from land there to now they completed past the mission. So I ended up doing that for about 3 years. At this point in my life, I was already married, and I ended up introducing my son into my life, which was the greatest thing ever, because if you guys know me, I was destined to be a father. I love my son. He's a reason I breathe. I love him with all my heart. And so while I was in military contracting, I was gone a lot. I was gone away from my family. I was gone for 2-3 weeks. Even though the pay was very well, I wanted to be at home. So I had two choices. I could either work at Coca-Cola, which was offered to me, $70,000 guaranteed salary, health benefits, life insurance, all the things that you could think of. I was set for life. 40 years, I would have been retired, Coke benefits, awesome. But then I got introduced to another opportunity. And like you guys know in my stories, how I talk about opportunities are sometimes disguised at, oh, this might be tricky, this might be a scam, but opportunities are sometimes disguised as something that might be too good to be true. So I got introduced to an opportunity, which was work at a brand new startup dealership. There was absolutely no signs, no cars, but this guy had told me, the guy who did my interview, he said, Anthony, if you give me your time, you will not regret it. By the time you're 30 years old, you are gonna be way more than a millionaire. This guy was a millionaire in real estate. He was a real estate investor, millionaire, super knowledgeable guy. So I got to really learn from him, pick his brain on his mindset, how the world worked, how finances work, the banking systems. I thought to myself, I could either work at Coca-Cola, getting paid a guaranteed salary, or I can take this opportunity, learn how to run a business, learn how to start up a business, learn how to run a business, and hey, who knows, I might do good. But guys, this was a complete risk on my end, because guess what? I never sold cars a day in my life. You guys know this about me. I never sold cars a day in my life. So it was really a leap of faith. I had to really get down on my knees and pray and say, God, hey, you're gonna have to help me out, because I don't know how I'm gonna survive this. This other guy that I'm gonna be selling cars with, he's been selling cars for 15 years. He's definitely gonna blow me out of the water. But God, I know you're good and I know you have plans for me. So I'm gonna decline the job at Coca-Cola and I'm gonna take this risk. What ended up happening is history. Well, the time that I was there, we ended up selling 55 cars. I ended up selling 49 out of 55 cars. Proof is right here. And when I saw that, I literally saw my potential unfold. It was like God telling me, you see, I have your back. I'm holding your hand throughout your whole entire life. I've been telling you this. And guys, in another video, I'm gonna go more into details with how my life came to be now, because I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, a lot of crazy things that your typical 23-year-old would not go through. But I remember I had a piece of knowing that the creator of the universe was for me, he wasn't against me, and he had my back. 49 out of 55 cars later, and you never sold cars. It was very simple. I had a system in place, personal branding. If you guys want more information, comment below. I can do a full video on that. But once I discovered that, I realized, oh my goodness. First of all, I didn't really like selling cars. The dealership life wasn't really my style. So I thought to myself, Anthony, if you can sell 49 out of 55 cars and not know anything about an industry, you can pretty much jump into any industry and do the same thing. I ended up thinking to myself, I was like, man, with all this energy, I could put the same amount of energy into creating my own business or just getting into real estate, because in real estate, you can make up to, $10,000 a month to, a simple $5,000 a month. But the point is, with the energy that I had and the gifts that God gave me, I knew that there was something more. At the end of the day, it just started clicking. Life just started clicking because I started investing more into myself, investing in my knowledge, and knowing that the more that I invest in myself, the more valuable I become. Because it doesn't matter how much I have in life, nobody can take away my mindset, my knowledge. So it doesn't matter if one day I become a multi-gazillionaire and I have all these cars, I might lose it all. You know what I won't lose? My mindset. Now, it's up to me to be able to push through those hard times, but at the end of the day, nobody could take away my mindset. So I ended up not selling cars full-time anymore and decided to venture off on my own and start my own little businesses. So what ended up happening was I continued to have people reaching out to me for cars. They said, Anthony, hey, I need a car. I need you to do this, this, and that. I started partnering with different dealerships and saying, hey, I know how to attract customers to it comes with a strategic plan, branding, exposure, having a sales system in place, an online sales system in place. a whole package. I can either show you how to do this or I can do it for you. I can train your people. So I ended up creating Cars with Ants into a coaching platform slash I'll still find you your car. And I've always been passionate about CBD because my aunts had epilepsy my whole entire life. So throughout this whole time that I was in the military contracting, I was studying the plant of CBD. I decided to start my own CBD brand and company. As you guys know, now it's developed into hemp bands and care by delivery. And then my third thing is Entrepreneur Enterprises. Entrepreneur Enterprises is an umbrella of several different businesses, investments, and ventures that I have going on. Media agencies, lead generation agencies, but Entrepreneur Enterprises is pretty much going to be the same kind of thing like Combs Enterprises, how he has a book, a portfolio of businesses.
There's a clear difference between the two though. So this is exactly what the Entrepreneur Enterprise stands for. So entrepreneur, obviously it's a clever name because my name is Anthony and Ant. No, it's not all about me. Entrepreneur is the metaphor of the ant. Ants work together to create big things, big projects, colonies, armies. And so in the same ways, entrepreneurs build huge things, whether you're in real estate, dealerships, life insurance, whatever business you're in, you're trying to create a big thing. Freedom, a lifestyle of freedom. So as an entrepreneur, we work together, trading tools, resources that we've all accumulated and share them, because you can't acquire freedom alone. It's easier and better when you have a team. So if you believe in freedom, you are an entrepreneur. If you are in business because you want to create generational wealth and freedom for your family, then you are an entrepreneur. So that's what Entrepreneur Enterprises is, and that's what entrepreneur is all about. We were all created to create a lifestyle of freedom. I mean, we don't want to be in bondage or stuck as slaves the rest of our lives. So we have to work together to create that lifestyle of freedom. Tools, resources, what works for you, what works for me, we're working together as entrepreneurs.
Anyways, but the reason I decided to fire my boss was because I saw my potential. And all of you, from the sound of my voice that are watching this video, you have the same potential that I have. If I can do it, you can do it. Guys, that is so true. Because if you've known me and you've been hanging out with me my whole life, if I can do what I do now, you can do it too. It's just a matter of believing in yourself, knowing who's in charge, and just going for it. First things you need to do is see the vision. Now, I saw my potential, and so I thought to myself, man, I have a lot of potential. Let me start cultivating what my dream will look like. Because guys, dreams are not just for your sleep. Dreams are a reality. Anything is possible if you want it bad enough. Napoleon Hill says, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it will do.
Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it will do. If you see a watch every day and you picture it on your wrist, it will end up on your wrist. If you see a Lamborghini every day and you picture you driving it, you'll end up driving it. If you see a building every day and you say, I'm gonna own that building, it's gonna happen. Stay tuned.
So pretty much if I can see my future and I can believe that I can do it and know ultimately that the creator of the universe is with me, not against me, and he's for me, not against me, then nobody can stop me. So first things first is you have to believe in yourself. Number two, you have to cut off all of your excuses, all of your limitations. Guys, your worst enemy is not gonna be your neighbor, it's gonna be yourself. You're gonna be the one that's gonna talk yourself out of it. You're gonna talk yourself out of, I don't wanna wake up early, I'm too lazy, I can't do it. No, you can. Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world, has the same amount of time that you and I have. So think about that for a minute. If I have 24 hours in a day, Jeff Bezos have 24 hours in a day. We both have the internet and knowledge. We just have to go out there and seek it. We just have to do it. So if he has the same 24 hours as I do, then I really just have to figure out what it is that makes me passionate, what makes me cringe, figure out what I want to do. You can either create a brand, a product, or a service company. Service company just means like, you want to clean houses because you want to help people live a fruitful life, live a clean life, live a holistic life, or you want to do landscaping, you want to detail cars, whatever it is. The three things to creating wealth is make money, manage it, and multiply it. Once I discovered these things, it started clicking to me. All I had to do was make money, like selling these cars, manage it by learning how to keep it, and then investing it into things that are going to make me more money. I can invest back into my business, business, creating merch or stuff like that, or I can invest in hard assets like real estate. At the end of the day, guys, I decided to fire my boss and promote myself because I knew the potential that I was given was not meant to go to waste. And all of you have the same potential and it's not meant to go to waste. So all you need to do is discover your potential, discover what it is that makes you passionate, discover who you are. And then once you discover those things, you grow into your potential. You grow daily. You're never going to stop growing. And then you just multiplying and investing, multiplying the best version of yourself, coaching other people. Because at the end of the day, guys, I fired my boss because I only have one boss. The creator of the universe is my boss. He tells me to go here, I'm going to go there. He tells me not to go there, I'm not going to go there. He tells me this is the plan I have for your life. It's not to harm you, it's to make you better and to prosper you. That's the only boss I need. And at the same time, he made me realize that I'm going to send you a lot of mentors, coaches, father figures. But guess what, Anthony? Nobody's ever going to amount to me. They're all going to let you down. But I'm never going to let you down. And that is so true. You might be in a place in your life, in your business, you might feel alone, but hey, you're not alone. You know, you have people like me, you have friends like me, and at the end of the day, when you're with me, you have my whole team with you. So if you're working with me, you're my client, you know we're not alone. So 3 practical things that you can do now to fire your boss is number 1, believe in yourself. Believe that you have it in you. Number 2, reach out to other people that are doing it already. Mentors, coaches, father figures. Reach out to me if you need help. I'm here to help you. Number 3, don't give up. Your worst enemy is yourself. Make sure you continue to believe in yourself. Discover, grow, and multiply. At the end of the day, guys, I didn't want to be held down by a boss. I knew that I had it within me to create something tangible for my family, for my kids. If I could do the same thing that I did in the car business, I could do it for other things. And at the end of the day, God's given me huge plans for my life to reach the world, reach the nations. It's just a matter of putting the pieces together and doing it. That's why I want to create merch so that all the proceeds that go to merch will go towards fighting human trafficking. Or I want to create a business like a CBD brand where all the proceeds go to help rescue people in the Middle East. You have the dream here. You have the vision here. You got to see it here and then you just got to do it. That's it for today's video, guys. If you like this content, make sure you give it a thumbs up, comment down below and tell me what it is that is holding you back from firing your own boss and promoting yourself. It's probably just you. And if that's the case, it's okay. Just move past it and know that you are holding yourself back from a life of freedom, abundance, and generational wealth. Remember, he's for you, not against you. He has a plan for you to prosper you, not to harm you. And if you're stuck and you resonate with this, but you haven't discovered what it is, you don't know what your limitations are to really fire your boss, I'm gonna have a link down below. It's gonna be a very special link. This link is to schedule a strategy call with me. And this strategy call are usually $100 and up, guys. But if you're subscribed to my channel, you're a loyal subscriber and you have those post notifications on and you comment done, I'm gonna make sure that my assistant checks to see if you're subscribed and you do those things and you guys can take advantage of this free strategy call because I want to help you guys discover who you are, grow in who you are, and multiply. That's not just something I say. I passionately want to help others discover what it is that's holding them back, guys, because once I discovered my purpose and I discovered my potential, it was a wrap. If you guys want this free strategy call, make sure you're subscribed, have those post notifications on, comment done. We'll sit down via Zoom call, a video call, wherever you are, and we'll talk about what it is that's holding you back, what your passions, and we'll really articulate what it is that you need to do to fire your boss and promote yourself. So make sure you take advantage of that, guys. Other than that, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit those post notification buttons so that you can be notified every time I post another video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because I post a lot on my stories there. Guys, check out my story today. I thought it was pretty good. Discover who you are, grow in who you are, and multiply the best version of yourself. Peace.